Okay guys, Ricky Quinlan here. So what I've decided to do today, since making the first part one of the SEO case study, I've had a couple of queries about what plugins I use in the back end. So what I've done here, I've logged into WordPress. This is the back end for my blog. Now, although this is relatively new, I only have 14 posts. I've done a few affiliate review sites in my day, and there are some plugins that I use pretty much across the board. So what we'll do is we'll go into the back end here now and we'll take a look basically. So if I go to plugins, now what I won't be doing is going through each and every setting within the plugins, just an overview really, and I'll show you what plugins I use and what they do. Okay, so to start, if we go through the list from the top to the bottom, you'll see Google XML sitemaps. Now this just builds a sitemap of your site basically, so that when the Google bot comes along and it takes a picture of your site, basically a snapshot, whenever you, well, to start with obviously, but when you add new content, it just makes it easier for the Google bots or the search engines basically to crawl your site and help understand what it's about. It builds a kind of, I don't understand the ins and outs of it, but it makes a kind of tree and links it all together. Now, since actually installing that and using it, there's another plugin I use down here. It's a new SEO plugin called WordPress SEO. It's here. This actually has it built in, so I wouldn't recommend doing that. This WordPress SEO is, I'd say it's technically advanced. It's something I only installed 2 or 3 weeks ago. It's if you type in WordPress SEO and then Yoast, Y-O-A-S-T, into Google, you'll be able to download it from there, or you can probably just, I actually downloaded it and installed via my FTP client here, but I should imagine that you can just find it in the WordPress directory and upload it to WordPress that way. It's actually a guy who worked at WordPress. He's the one who designed it. And if we scroll up again quickly, look, you'll see before I used to use the Platinum SEO pack, which is nothing in comparison to the WordPress SEO, to be honest. So if you are using Platinum SEO pack, or another common one is all-in-one SEO, then I'd strongly suggest switching over to the WordPress SEO plugin. It's got so many more features and benefits, too many to explain in this video, but yeah. Directly below the Platinum SEO pack here, if you do decide to switch over, if you're using Platinum SEO or all-in-one SEO for example, and you decide that you want to use the Yoast WordPress SEO, then what you would want to do is get this plugin here, SEO Data Transporter, and then what that does is it migrates all the information, so all your posts, meta tags, things like that, the meta tags for your site, and it will automatically upload them into WordPress SEO, so you don't lose too many of the functions and features you've already set up in your other plugins basically. So in scrolling down, SEO friendly images. Now if we go to my blog quickly, you may recall from the first video that I said if I scroll down, every image I've got, you'll see that grey box pop up that says Chris Farrell membership review. That's my keyword. That's basically known as an alt tag. Again, that's just when the search engines come and crawl your site, they're going to see every picture. I've got it on every picture here, look. They're going to see that it's got your keyword in it. So again, it just helps with your on-page SEO, and an easy way to do that without doing it manually is to use SEO friendly images, okay? Now here's one, SEO Presser Unlimited. What I'll do, this is actually a paid for plugin. This is the only plugin I'm going to show you that you actually have to pay for. Again, search terms tagging too. This is a free plugin, but I'll show you on the actual post what it does is probably best rather than explain it here. SEO Smart Links. Again, I'll show you on the post, but what this does is it creates internal linking within your posts and pages. So if I've got one post that say Chris Farrell membership reviews, my keyword I'm trying to rank for, and then I have another post in this blog which is, I forget now, Wealthy Affiliate University, I think, or I've done a review on that. I checked it out, I didn't like it, to be honest. I think it's very outdated. But what it'll do is, if I use the words Chris Farrell membership review within my Wealthy Affiliate University review, it will automatically create a link from the Wealthy Affiliate University post over to my Chris Farrell membership review post. So I'll give you an example of that in a minute. And again, the search engines love that sort of thing, internal linking within your content. So it helps them navigate. It also helps them discover your content easier. SEO title tag, it's pretty much in the name there. It helps with your title tags, nothing too complex there. I pretty much believe you just activate that and there's no settings to adjust on that one. Let's scroll down again. Now Smart 404, what this does is that if you've got a web page online, and let's say maybe you took that web page off of line, but someone online goes and does a Google search, or they just type that post into the search engines, normally you'd get what's called a 404 error, which means that the page doesn't exist anymore basically. And the downside of that is that that's a visitor who's potentially gone to your site that you've lost. They're not going to see your site, they're just going to see this they're just going to see a 404 error displayed. And what Smart 404 does is it finds related posts to that content and basically says, look, or it basically says, look, the content you was after isn't available, but here's related posts that you might be interested in. So then they might click through and go through to your site anyway, if that makes sense. Again, highly recommend that. Not a lot of people know of that plugin, and gets a strong recommendation from me. You'll definitely see more visitors of at your site, especially if you are one who makes posts and remove posts and things like that basically. Tiny MCE Advanced here is just, it gives you extra functionality within your WordPress sync area, so you'll have extra font advantages and things like that basically. So another handy little plugin, nothing really to do with SEO or that, but it just gives you a few more advanced features within your WordPress area for when you're creating your posts. Okay, what would Seth Godin do? It's quite a funny name, that one. But what this does, let me show you quickly as it goes. It might not actually show now. If I scroll up here, here it is here. This box you see at the top, it says if you are new here, you may want to subscribe to my RSS feed, which links through to my RSS feed for this blog. And you can also sign up for my extremely popular newsletter here, which will take them to one of my squeeze pages, okay? You can have whatever you want in this box. You just go into the settings and adjust it accordingly. So yeah, another handy little plugin there for you. And last but not least, I mean, this is a bit technically challenging, WordPress SEO. I have only installed this and changed from Platinum SEO about 2 weeks ago now, and I'm still working out some of the features, to be honest. But it really does. It's one of the best SEO plugins. I say one of the best. It is the best SEO plugin that I've ever used. As I say, a little bit technically challenging, but worth getting it and worth just going through it and breaking it down. There's help tutorials throughout as you're fiddling with the features. So yeah, highly recommended there, guys. WordPress SEO, and it's by Yoast. That's Yoast. And remember, if you are using another SEO plugin and you do want to change, then get SEO Data Transporter. They've got instructions on their site. Just look it up in Google and they'll tell you how to migrate all your tags and everything from your Platinum SEO pack, whatever SEO plugin you're using, as long as it's compatible, and it will migrate it into WordPress SEO for you, okay? Okay, last but not least, yet another related post plugin. I'm not going to go delving into that too much either. You can obviously just give it a go if you want and go through the settings there, but yeah, it does get a strong recommendation from me. Doesn't have too much SEO benefit, I don't think, but every little helps. So now, with that said, that's pretty much all the plugins there. So let's go to one of my posts, and while that's loading, let's go to this window. Okay, so we know this is what would Seth Godin do. It gives you this little advantage box where you can set this as well so that it'll only show up maybe once, if you only want it to show it once to the same visitor, or you can have it show up every time they come to your site, all dependent really. If we scroll to the bottom here, okay, so this is basically this incoming search terms is telling me that what people are typing into the search engines when they land on my blog. So this is the initial search terms that they've put into the search engine and they've ended up on my blog. So it gives you a bit of an advantage as to optimizing your posts around other keywords that you might not have knew existed basically, you know. It gives you other ideas. It's also got a keyword advantage to it. Now that is basically the search terms tagging 2 plugin. From what I remember, you just activate that and it does this automatically. It will pick up the keywords that people are using to find to your site, and it automatically puts them here. I never type these here, the plugin does this of its own accord. Okay, what other ones did we have? Oh yeah, here we go. See if we can find a link to another page in here. Okay, so you'll see this link here, blog, and if I hover that, you'll see in the bottom left hand corner it's come up rickyquinlan.com, and that's because I don't have it here. I've got home, but if we go to the bottom of the page, you'll see I've got blog, which basically takes me to my home page. Now that is the I forget what the plugin's called now, the Smart Links or Smart Links one, I believe. That basically does that automatically. If I've got another post that's using a keyword and that keyword appears anywhere throughout here, it will automatically create that internal link for me. Okay, as I say, it helps the search engines crawl your site and stuff, so highly recommended and worth setting up that one. I believe that's about it. These here come with my blog, the tweet and the Facebook likes, and also the Facebook comments at the bottom here come as in part of my blog. But many of you will know about WordPress and getting spammed with their commenting system. Obviously you use plugins like ASCII.met to help it, but what I'd strongly suggest, I believe it's developers.facebook. Let's have a quick look for you. You can install, basically what the point I'm getting to is that you can install Facebook comments on any of your sites. You just log in and set it up. You'll need to be logged into your Facebook account, which I don't think I am at the minute. I think it's here, build for websites. Let's have a look. As I say, this is all part of my blog, so I haven't really had to do all this, but okay. Yeah, so it's basically developers.facebook.com and then social plugins or something. If you just fiddle around with these links, you'll get taken to a page where, as I say, you'll need to be, here we go, you need to be logged into your Facebook account, and if you want to add like comments to your site or a like button, you just click the link, then you put your URL that you want to add the comments box to in here, number of posts to display. You can pick the width of how wide you want your comments thing to be, basically. That's just the colour scheme that you want your comment box. You only get two options, light or dark, and then you would select get code. It hasn't asked me to log into my Facebook account for some reason. It may be that I had logged in earlier. Then you would just copy that and then go into the back end of your WordPress area. Oh, pardon me, hiccup there. And then you just go into the back end of your WordPress area and install it in the footer, I believe. It says here, look, right after the opening body tag. So yeah, highly recommended there, guys. And what that will do, that will stop any spammers being able to spam you with all them comments. I mean, when I used to use the WordPress commenting system, I used to get so many comments that they're obviously just junk, you know. People are using the scrapers and whatnot to send out these comments, but it doesn't really happen with this. I get pingbacks, I allow them, and a genuine comment, but I don't have to delete spam anymore. It doesn't really get through the Facebook commenting system. Don't know how it works, but worth setting up. Okay, not only that, with Facebook you've got a viral effect that, like this person here, I assume it's a he, Pat O'Shea. They've wrote a comment here, look, and they've submitted it. What happens then, once they submit that, that's going to go to their Facebook wall, so other people are going to see that comment come from this post. So if they then decide that to click on the link on his wall, they're going to come back to my blog, sort of thing. So yeah, very well worth setting up there. So I think that's about it. That's some of the plugins and stuff I use. They're the ones I have been pretty consistent with, to be honest. You don't really need to use them all. Some people may recommend other plugins. It's just what I used. I've had a couple of questions saying, what do you do in the back end with your plugins? And there you have it in a nutshell, really. That's the plugins and I use anyway. So hope you found some useful information there, and I shall speak to you soon, okay?